Gary, looking ahead to this weekend's game in the FA Cup against Oxford United, naturally disappointed with the Ipswich result on Saturday, but I'm sure the players know exactly what they need to do to put that right.
Yeah, always disappointed when you lose football matches. I think I've said that before after the Plymouth game, but we have to regroup, we have to learn the lessons. We had a good discussion on Tuesday, we've trained extremely hard, and we'll be ready for the challenge of Oxford in the FA Cup. But I think, after 5 games, losing 2 to the top 2 teams in the league, it was almost like a time to reset and see where we are in terms of the things I've tried to bring into the team, where the players are in terms of how they feel about these, and almost reset and go again. So I think it was a good time to have that chat on Tuesday, and the players have been brilliant in training this week and ready to go.
The FA Cup is obviously such an exciting competition for so many clubs, and obviously one that you've had a great relationship with in the past. What is it about the competition, having played in it and won it, that makes it so special and perhaps not like any other competition in football?
I think it is because anyone can win it, and there has been so many upsets over the years. You see them all the time when the match of the day is on or they're going over. They can show goals from years gone by, and as soon as you see the goal, you know what the game was, you know who won, and it's iconic pictures, and the FA Cup can provide that. And obviously in 2013, I'll never forget that moment when Ben Watson glanced the ball on. It is an iconic moment now in FA Cup history, and to be part of that team was a really special day. And we have to try and create our memories as a football club this year. We have to win on Saturday to give us that opportunity to really have those games against the big teams and see what we can do against the bigger teams, and have maybe games at SJP where we get a full house, Sky cameras or live cameras coming to the game, and that will be what is at stake on Saturday, that opportunity to put ourselves in the draw for that to become a reality.
Shortly before you joined us, Oxford beat us 4-2 at SJP in the league. Have you obviously watched that one back with the squad, or perhaps gone over it for a number of times about areas where we need to do better?
Yeah, I'd watched it before I came in to the job, but then I watched it again this week. I felt it was, normally if it was a long time ago, then maybe not so relevant, but I felt because it was not that long ago, then it was fairly relevant. Obviously personnel and different things have changed, but still I think certain things are relevant. So I watched that again, and we'll relay that information that we've found as a coaching staff onto the players, so that we are better prepared for Saturday.
And how is the squad looking for that game? Obviously Josh Key limped off in the last match. I know there's been some long-term absentees as well. Anyone else back? Anyone else going to be missing?
Josh has worked with the physios. Hopefully he'll be okay. We need to assess him. Jake Caprice had a little niggle during the week as well, so he's not trained fully this week. So again, we'll need to assess. No longer terms are back, but Czech and Groundsey and the boys that have come back recently have had a full week's training. It's been another physical week. We've had a 4-day build-up, so we've been in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that type of work that we're doing in those days physically, really, the players are finding it really tough. But I think the benefits of that we'll see very soon, and the way that they're training is really intense, and we need to take that into the match day as well.
Has the weather changed your approach to training this week? And well, to be honest, since you've got here, it's rained non-stop, hasn't it?
That's on me. It was horrendous today. I had to have the hat and the gloves on today, but the rain was belting down, and we actually had to train on the Astro today because the pitches the last 2 days have been wet, and it's great credit to Chaz and the groundsman here. The work they've put in to make the grass available Tuesday and Wednesday was a real kind of doubt for me, and they've worked extremely hard to make that happen. But today we felt we couldn't batter the pitch again, so we've done some work on the Astro, and then tomorrow hopefully we'll be back on the grass. So we've had a good full week's training, and because of the weather we've had to adapt, but like I say, thankful that the groundsmen have worked so hard to help us play on the grass as much as we could.
Hat and gloves on, end of November. I think you've probably let your fellow Scottish people down there, haven't
possibly,
you?
but the other coaches were saying I was a smart one, because it was, at one point it was pouring and it was quite cold, and I said to them, it's called the type of rain, it's called wet rain in Scotland, that rain that gets you wet.
A couple of bits on the fans. Obviously you had your first fans forum on Tuesday night. How did you find that? Not too many tough questions there, but a few jokes in there as well.
I thought it was fine, and like I said, the fans have been amazing since I've came, and again they showed, it was I've had much worse than that, and hopefully we keep it that way moving forward.
No doubt a large majority of the people in that room would have donated to the Kit Out the Cliff campaign for the new training ground. Over £55,000 has been raised now towards kitting out the training ground, which should be done in the new year. I mean, what a monumental effort from the supporters.
Yeah, it's another incredible part of this football club that we can do something like that. The people that obviously put the work in to make that happen is fantastic, but then the people that put their hands in their pocket at a time when it's the cost of living, everything is going up, I think shows what this club means to the supporters and how important the supporters are to this football club. So it's a really special thing, and when this building finally opens and we get in, then hopefully those people that have done so much for it can get to see it and can get to feel a part of it when that is possible, because they deserve it, and for the effort and what they've given to make it happen is amazing.
Great stuff, Barry. Thanks a lot.